Hey guys, what's up? It's Shannon. I decided to kind of do like a weightlifting guide, beginner's guide to get like some of you guys back into the weight room because I got a lot of DMs on Instagram from you guys, messages from like my first YouTube video for like weightlifting and stuff. So like that's something we're gonna go over today. So the first three things I kind of think of when I get asked about like, hey Shannon, like I want to get like back into the weight room again. What are some like kind of key tips or things like you would do like if you were training me? Number one is like figure out a goal, and the goal that I like kind of think of is like a SMART goal. It's an acronym. So S is like for specific, so like what your goal is. So like you're trying to go in and lose 20 pounds or like get more tone. You're trying to like eat more, stuff like that. And then measurable, if you're trying to lose 10 pounds, the measurable aspect of that would be like, stepping on a scale, weighing yourself. That's how you'd measure that, component. Attainable is the A in SMART. Attainable is, you want to make like what are you gonna do, and like is it kind of like a realistic goal, like can you actually get it? And that's kind of where the R falls in it, as in like being realistic. So you got to make sure it's like at a goal you can reach and it's a realistic goal. And then the T is for time measurable. So like your goal is like lose 5 pounds in a month, 2 months, like whatever like your goal would be for that. But that's kind of like what that SMART acronym, and like that's something I'd recommend to somebody. So then I guess then number 2 would be kind of like routine based. So like a routine as in like you wake up, you eat breakfast, you go to work, you do whatever you do during the day or wherever you fit like your weightlifting regimen. And then so like for me it'd be like I wake up, I eat breakfast, kind of I just wake up, depending on what day, work, and then after that I go straight to the weight room and I lift. So that's kind of like my routine. So wake up, eat, work, whatever, and then I make sure I get to the weight room. That's a routine that I have, and it's something like it's kind of a normal thing, because I feel like the hardest part for people is kind of a little bit of the routine, because like you run into people that say they don't have enough time. Well, you can always make time for the gym, right? So like having that routine kind of helps you not use that as an excuse as much. So doing that would help you out in that aspect of it. Third tip I would give, kind of just like nutrition / overall health, and this is kind of like where a lot of people struggle, I feel like, because a lot of people aren't like as knowledgeable as I would hope they would be, or just as I would think, because I am a HHP major, which is health and human performance. So this is this is something I do for college, and like I enjoy doing this. I love helping people out. And I guess that's maybe why I got some like DMs from you guys, kind of asking questions. A lot of people struggle with like, what do I eat? What can I eat? What time do I eat? Like, just all these like, so many questions. And like you find YouTube videos like, oh, if you eat this special fruit, like you'll gain like, or you'll lose like 20 pounds in like a week or something like that. I mean, let's be real, guys. That's not a realistic thing. Like, so I wouldn't put all this hard work in and then go eat somewhere like Culver's and something before. I mean, you're just not going to get like the benefits of it. So have a goal when you get to the weight room. Know what you want to do. Set a routine in. So have a mental kind of like aspect, like, okay, I'm going to go at this time each day. And like I said before, don't try to do it like an everyday thing. If you go from like not lifting at all and like you also want to do 5 days a week, it's not going to be something you'll get burnt out. It's a thing. You're just gonna get burnt out. It's gonna feel like a chore. You're not gonna enjoy it. And like most people are like, if they don't enjoy something, they're not gonna keep doing it. I like to go there because I enjoy it. I have good music, like stuff like that. So like do it and set a like kind of a lighter routine. So maybe like if you go from like you haven't lifted at all, maybe you start 2 or 3 times a week, and you start getting comfortable, you start getting happy about it, like you're seeing a little progress there, like maybe up at like a few weeks later up to 4, and eventually you're 5 days in a week, and like before you know it, like after that 2-week hump, I feel like it's kind of the hardest, or you could say a month even. After that 2 week to initial month, like you're starting to get the routine of things. You start kind of knowing what you do for like your like gym routine in the weight room, and like you start picking up on stuff, and then before you're a regular in the weight room, and you're like you're hitting your goals. So you guys, if you guys have any questions, like any of those like questions on like hypertrophy workouts, so things such as like you want to tone, that deal in the hypertrophy area, that's something I can definitely make a video on. You guys got questions about nutrition, I can definitely do nutrition videos. I'm not a certified nutritionist, so that's kind of like my disclaimer right there. So I'm not a certified nutritionist. gonna say it like 2 or 3 times. I'm not, but I know I'm in college right now. I've taken like a nutrition classes. I've taken advanced nutrition classes. I'm like, I used to weigh like, you know, 240 pounds. I mean, I don't look like that now, obviously, but if you guys check out my Instagram, the link will also be in the description. Like if you like scroll down like a couple times, you'll just see a picture of like, I call myself a beefer, but like I kind of look like just a beefer in the picture, and you scroll right, and like that was just kind of like my little, like, I think it was like a 6-month or something transformation. I didn't really look at the dates on it, but then it was just kind of like a cool picture, and I've gotten DMs off of that too. But like, so if you're like kind of like, oh, what's his credibility or whatever, like I'm in college for this, and you can kind of see from like my pictures before, like you can definitely tell there were some changes made. So if you guys need or like want any like additional stuff, just drop a DM me on Instagram or just leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys sub and like the video if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys for the next one.